So the entrepreneur dream is fallacy, okay? It's more like entrepreneur purgatory. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, hitting you with another video. As promised, it ain't perfect, but I'm gonna do it, okay? I think my brain just needed a vacation. My brain's just like, no, we're not doing this right now. So it's just, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just like I was 1 week just doing everything, or for the last month, I just like go. I would do my full-time work, and then I'll go in and do my business stuff, and then I'll go in, teach a yoga class, and then I'll be doing some meditations, and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get someone for this channel to edit my meditation videos, and then like I got one done, and then I'm just like, I can't afford this actually, because I have to give all my extra money to my businesses, and then it just everything. I'm like, I felt so much pressure. Again, myself, I felt so much pressure from myself that I need to do all these things and get all these things done because of this hustle culture idea that like is really pushed on millennials of just like, you need to do X, Y, and Z, you need to have a side hustle, you need to become a business owner, you need to do everything and then some, and like, no, sleep is for the dead kind of thing. And that's basically what I've been doing for since I was 18, or maybe shortly after. You know, like I had my first year of university where all I did was drink for every weekend. So, you know, we had years, we had times of not being productive, okay? Because I'm the type of person that like I see a vision or I see an idea, and I find it really hard to just not do that or not follow through with it, because I'm like, if I don't, somebody else will. And I think this is a really good idea. This is to shake up the world, shake up the industry, shake up the universe. And then I do, but then I get overwhelmed because I'm doing so many different ideas, and I have my hands in so many different pots. And I just like reached this point today of like, or a couple weeks ago, of just like supreme burnout, where I actually don't think I've reached the point of burnout yet. It was like, I was like, imagine burnout as a bridge. So this is burnout here, and then I'm walking at the bridge, and I was like, oh, I was getting right here, and then I'm like, my toe was almost going to the like edge of the line where burnout would hit, and then I would just be laying in bed for a week. And I'm just like, you know what? Run that back. I'm gonna run that back. I'm gonna get out of there, go backwards this way on the bridge, and just take a break. So I literally found somebody to run my social medias for my Black Yoga Society social media for the time being. I just, you know, have allowed the company to still grow in like word of mouth and kind of more one-on-one interactions without like overexerting myself. And it really does come down to being a perfectionist again and feeling like, oh, I want to update this website because it's not perfect. This whole idea of hustle culture is so backwards, where it's just like, you know, no rest days, don't take a break, don't do nothing, like don't take time to just unwind. I think it's getting a little better when people are just realizing like, I'm more productive when I take a break, when I rest, when my brain can function at maximum capacity than when I'm working 24/7. And it really takes getting to that point, that breaking point, your toe over almost a burnout point, to be like, listen, I need to go backwards so I can move forward. I need to just take a break so I can regroup, figure out what is my core things that I need to focus on right now, and then do them. You know, millennials really be pushing each other just to sell. Let's be real, first of all. Those like hustle culture influencers are selling you a damn dream, okay? This digital nomad dream, that is what it is. I traveled, you can see in my old videos on this channel, I've traveled to Asia where a lot of these digital nomads people be. And the way that they afford their digital nomad lifestyle is by selling you the idea of a digital nomad lifestyle. So you buy their course that costs an exuberant amount and then that's how they're funding this lifestyle. That's literally it. That's it. There's no, some of them may have other things that they're doing, but that's mainly what the tea is. And these hustle culture people are just selling you the idea of, if you work hard by buying my $10,000 course, work hard to give me money, then you also could have the freedom of the 9 to 5. It's a lie, okay? What they don't tell you about hustle culture or about being an entrepreneur is that it's a lot of freaking mental, physical, spiritual, emotional work on you, the individual, and you know, have to reach out to your significant other, to your friends, to your family for, you know, sometimes support at events when I'm doing photo booth things, or sometimes support for my Black Yoga Society, like selling yoga mats, and be like, hey, can you try out these yoga mats? Like, can I take pictures of you using my yoga mat? Like, it's a 24/7 thing, and you're always thinking about these things. And especially if you're doing it by yourself, no one else is gonna move this brand forward but you, right? So the whole idea of like, it's a dream to be an entrepreneur or like hustle culture, a lot of it is a facade, to be honest. Like, yeah, you can get successful, but you know, my parents started a business when I was born, and they spent their life savings going like broke to get this business up and running. And now at 20 something years later, yeah, it's a successful business, but like my dad works 7 days a week. Okay, he don't get no weekends or nothing. He's working 7 days a week. And when he's sending people out to do jobs and they don't show up or can't do it, he has to go do it. So it's such a, like, I don't know, it's just a weird idea. This is not where I thought this talk was gonna go, but it's something that I've been thinking about for so long. It's just a weird concept that we're pushed to be entrepreneurs or like business owners and stuff like that. And I used to be in that brainwashed mindset of like,
oh, why would you work for someone else? What would be the point of you doing that when you could just go out and do your own thing?
And you know, like, that's stupid to spend all your life and your money and everything working for someone else. Like, that is just stupid. God knows why I had any friends. Once you like get into being an entrepreneur and get into that mindset, even influencers, I'll give some of them credit, and YouTubers, like, creating content is a lot of freaking work. It's a full-time job, like beyond a full-time job. They probably work 12-hour days most of the time. You just don't see it. And that's for the hustle culture ones or digital nomad ones, they're not going to show you that side of like, they're really working 12 hours a day to get you to buy the course. Once I got into it and was able to understand what went into being a business owner, went into being an entrepreneur, I'm like, I do it because I'm driven by my vision, and that's just the person I am. I see a vision, I want to do it. That's what makes me excited and makes me happy to like get up and do things, and you know, but I'm like, I don't blame anybody for not wanting to do this. Before, I never understood, like, why would you not want to work for yourself? Like, I don't understand. But then really thinking about, like, you don't really have any days off. Even me taking a break, I still have to check that the social media is, you know, that the person's posting, that they're posting things that are on brand. I have to make sure that, you know, my Facebook groups are still active and still going, so I still post in them periodically. I still have to make sure that, you know, if people reach out to me wanting a photo booth, that I'm still responding, even if I am in my break time. I still have to keep it running. I still got to keep it going. So even if I go on vacation, I still have to check in all the time, right? So I don't blame people for not wanting to be an entrepreneur, for not wanting to be a business owner, for wanting to work for someone else for these set amount of hours so they can have their evenings and weekends to do whatever the fuck they want. Maybe even start a side gig or side hustle that maybe is more passionate to them, or maybe they just like what they do and want to do that. And that's totally okay as well. Like, don't buy into the hype, okay? If you see my ass selling you a $10,000 course to telling you to live the dream, I want you to paste this video under that. Paste this video link under that damn post if I ever make that, and be like, remember when you said this? Remember when you said these were lies? But I have no plans to do that because I don't want to rip people off and sell them a dream. And then, you know, they always say like, oh, but it takes your work. Like, you gotta put in the work to get the outcome. And I'm like, a lot of work of being an entrepreneur is spending money either hiring someone else or, you know, keeping your Shopify open or buying your domain. Not in your pockets. How is me spending my money to your pockets, to your pockets, helping my business? Like, listen, I'm sure some of them do have good intentions and will give you good advice, but a lot of them, this is literally what their business is. Like, you need to really be cautious on this entrepreneur dream. You do what is best for you, okay? You follow your dreams, you use your discretion, and know that it's totally okay if you do not want to be a business owner, if you don't want to be an influencer, if you just want to work your 9 to 5, catch your paycheck, and take your paid vacation, because there ain't nothing wrong with that. As someone who has no benefits right now, I fucking wish that I had some. So live your best life, ain't nothing wrong with it, okay? And if you want to do those things too, do the opposite, do it. Follow what your heart does, but don't feel pressured to do one, do the other, do both at the same time. Just do what makes sense for you and what makes you feel good. Don't feel like you have to fit into any of these boxes, because again, we're humans, we're all different and we all want different things, and your life can change where you want, you know, a full-time job now and want to be an entrepreneur later, or maybe you're an entrepreneur now and, you know, now you want a full-time job to work for someone else. It happens. That's how life goes. That's what it is. And you shouldn't ever feel ashamed for wanting to do what you want to do and what works for you. So thank you guys for tuning in to another video. This one is more heated than I thought, but you know, this is the fun of, you know, just creating videos that are very me. That's it. This is the tea. This is me. I'm Andriana C. Did I just come up with a new slogan though?